Okay, good girl, Mags. Okay, maybe that's our Good Samaritan act for the day. We're just gonna, pick up dog poops that we see along the way and collect them on our way back. I've put them kind of in the middle of the trail in fluorescent green, puke green bags, and then that way we won't miss them on the way back. Okay, good boy, Wally. I'm glad you're staying close by, buddy. Good boy, Kobe. Good job, buddy. Yeah, I like it when they just, they're like, I'm far enough ahead. I think I'm just gonna stop and wait up and make sure they're going the same way. Good job, Wally. And yeah, it's fine if, they go on the side like Wally's thinking about doing and Chewy is currently doing. As long as they just kind of keep checking back and saying, hey, I'm still around, Gabs. We are still good. Good job, guys. Good girl, Maggie. Good girl, Roo. Good boy, Chewy. Yeah, see, and Chewy's back, right? Like, kind of went for a side adventure, and then he checks back, and then he's going for another side adventure, and then he'll be checking back. So that's really awesome. And honestly, that's something that him and I have just kind of learned to work out. Initially, he just kind of went and kept going, and I had to keep calling him back, and then he's been with me enough times that then he finally gets it, and he's like, oh, okay, I just need to keep kind of like showing her that I'm still hanging around, that I'm still around. So, yeah. So then when he is with me, he does get a lot of freedom. And every now and then, I think he does kind of tend to forget to check back. Like, maybe he's on to a really strong scent. And so I do have to check on him as well. So if he's not checking back, then I do call or whistle to him. Good boy, bud. And then, and it'll be like, he's a little bit far because he hasn't checked back. So it'll take a few minutes for him to come back, but he does always come back. So he's never let me down. Good boy. So he's never lost his freedom. Good boy, Felix. Yeah. This is like so ideal. Like look at this majestic land we live in. Like, I mean, right now the trees are a bit barren and gray, but if you can imagine all that being green or yellow or orange, right? Yeah, just a lot of beautiful land and nature we're surrounded by, and it's ideal for us today because we're the only ones here. It's almost like we have a private booking at this place, for us to enjoy, and it's all available to us for free. We just have to get here. Good job, guys. Good boy, Chewy. Good job. Those are my two terriers that I have. Not mine as in they both belong to me, but they're just with me in this group. So Roo is mine, and Felix is one of my guest dogs, right? Like the rest of these guys, my guest dogs that stay with me when their owners are on vacation. Good job. Yeah, and see how clever they are? Like normally, like say if we're at Buena Vista, because Wally knows it really well, he's got a big or a large sense of comfort distance. But here I noticed that he is like sticking around pretty well because it's new, right? So he's not sure where I'm going, and especially that I kept having to go back because of like poop bags and stuff. Like I've had to go back to the beginning, like I think it was like 2 or 3 times. So then he's learned like, oh, we don't just keep going, we do have to check back and see where she's at. So it is super cool. But look how beautiful this is. Like Who needs to go to Jasper? You know, who needs to drive for 5 hours when there's like a beautiful natural trail right here and it's quite hilly? Oh, wow. Huh. Huh, that was interesting. I heard a thundering sound. I wonder if that's like a tree falling. That was pretty loud, and we're just in the middle of nowheres. So it wasn't like a machine or anything. Yeah, it sounded kind of like a tree falling. That's interesting. Good job, guys. Yeah, and they've built these steps to help us along the way. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good job. Oh, and here's another doggy present that we'll bag up and pick back up. I think we're up to like, I picked up 3 poops that weren't ours and 2 that are. So far there's been like 5 bags, and then there's like 3 bags at the van already. Wow, we're just gonna have a really shitty van after. Ha ha ha. Good job, guys. Yeah, and the other actually good thing that one of my clients pointed out to me was that so yesterday we were on Crown Land, and it's hunting season, but thank goodness that portion of Crown Land, literally it backs into people's backyards, like with it, you know. So I don't think they would have allowed hunting with it being so close to residences. So she was saying like to make sure I wear something orange. But the good thing about like today's field trip is that it's conservation land, so I don't have to worry about that. It's oh, all the dogs have gone. I'm like videoing an empty trail. But yeah, so which means, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, getting shot at, the dogs getting shot at or hunted at or accidentally hunted at. Good job, guys. Yeah, and there's like little information things along the way. Oh, and there is a creek below, and I guess some of them have found it, like Maggie. Yeah, see, there's a nice little creek there, and there's like a nice little animal trail that I'm not going to go down because it's a little steep. Good girl. But the rest of them have, these 4-legged guys have no problem scaling this little bit of a cliff. Good job, guys. I'm surprised Chewy isn't down there. But so this trail does lead down, so eventually we will all make it down to the water. So that's the other good part, you know. So this trail also has a water source. Yeah. I can't remember what the creek is called. And it does eventually lead to the Saskatchewan. However, unless we walk directly along the creek, there really isn't a trail. I think because what happens is it just turns into like a ravine where the creek's the only thing at the bottom, and everything else is just like two sides of it are just really slopey. So yeah, because I tried last time we were here. Last time I was here with Rue. Good job, guys. Oh, look at this. They are all doing so amazing. So amazing. Good job, guys. You are making me look awesome. Like I have total control of this group. But like I said, they do all the work, but I will take the credit. Thanks. thanks, guys. Oh, wild cranberries. Great for making jelly. Every now and then I'll eat these, you know, natural, organic, wild fruits for their vitamin C content. Only, obviously, of the ones that I know of. So like Saskatoons, choke cherries, wild cranberries. There are also hazelnuts. You know, like there's actually like quite a bit of, and of course crabapple. But yeah, but these should be like ready to eat because I know they get a little sweeter with the first frost. So they're actually supposed to freeze and then you eat them or collect them. Look at all of them keep coming back to check on me. That's awesome. Yeah, this is the part where we walk down to the creek here. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it a river. I think it's just, oh, Chewy's all wet. Of course he is. Good boy, Chewy. Yeah, so that's the creek right there. It's not, you know, it's not a heavily flowing creek. I imagine in the spring it is. But right now it's pretty slow moving, if moving at all. Okay, good job, guys. And Felix and Kobe are there. Good job, guys. Yeah, and then the trail does cross the creek and continue, but eventually it does just kind of end in the middle of nowhere, and then you kind of have to turn back, which is unfortunate. Like, I wish, honestly, that they would make it so that it goes all the way to the North Saskatchewan. Like, I think that would be an amazing hike, because it only goes like halfway maybe of the conservatory, so, or the conservation land, yeah. Good job, guys. Good boy, Kobe. Good girl, Rue. Yeah, see, look at that boy. He's just, like I said, he's very independently minded, right? And just very confident with his, obviously, I think he's a little overly confident, to be honest, with his natural skills, because I've had to track him down once or twice, you know? So I think he's a little overly confident. But he's coming back. Good job, buddy. Yeah, see, look how beautiful that is. You know, it's almost like a canyon type deal where the two sides are like that. And that's what I mean by, like, you kind of have to follow the creek if you want to go all the way to North Saskatchewan, because both sides just are like, over here right now there's a bit of land, but later both sides will be like that one side where it's just cliff. Good girl, Maggie. Good boy, Chewy. Good girl, Rue. Good boy, Wally. Good boy, Felix. Good boy, Kobe. And I believe we are all here, guys. Good girl, Rue. Yeah. Okay, so the video's getting a bit long, so I will stop it and continue maybe when we're near the end.